Hi guys, welcome to my channel Crystal Shadow Work. So this is going to be my 555 Ascension Portal General Collective reading. So this is going to be for everybody. I'm going to do more sign specific for each sign. I'll start those probably after this video. So definitely check out all of your placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, as they all do play out for you. Also taking a look at your North Node, because your North Node is kind of what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Okay, so like what you're supposed to be learning, the purpose you're supposed to be serving, and things like that. So definitely looking into those signs, can definitely get you more guidance. So as you guys know, there has been tower moments happening all across the board for all signs, right? Tower, every single reading for all signs for the month of May. Well, that is because of the 555 Ascension portal. Guys, major change is happening right now in the entire world. Our planet as a whole is getting upgrades, is getting light codes are being activated within the ley lines and within our own DNA coding. We are ascending to the 5D, and this is like a huge shift of energy that has been coming in. The portal was opened on 555, and we're going to be filling this portal from now through the end of the month. Some readers and astrologers and everything are saying, through the 31st. I kind of think it's going to be going through this eclipse that we have happening, because the eclipses do so much change and powerful and things like that. But either way, this portal was opened on 555, and this only happens about every 10 years. Okay, 10 years is when we circle back around again, because we're in the 5th month, 5th day, and 5th year, because you look at numerology. So 2021 in numerology breaks it down to a 5-year. So this is a very powerful time for change and a time for awakening. There is going to be so many mass awakenings all across the board. If you've already been awakened, you're going to be ascending. And that's what it's about. Is this is going to be such a beneficial time for everybody that is really in tune to their spirituality, which believes in the divine, the universe, source, that's been looking for answers, that's been doing shadow work on themselves, that's been meditating, taking time out to be able to connect with the divine and things like that, and healing work and energy work and all those things. Like if you're here watching this reading now, then you're already spiritually evolved more than some maybe that don't believe in tarot. Okay, that there's a higher source, divine, so anyways, it's so much more than that. And it's like this portal is also like closing out all of these things where we're finally releasing and letting go of all of the things of 2020. We're closing out karmic cycles. It's like all of these lessons for all of us that have went through these karmic patterns and cycles and have learned and have released and surrendered and let go. That's why tower moments are falling every single sign. Boom, 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 boom. Because it's like tower, these false foundations are coming down for us to rebuild where we're supposed to be. And it's like this ascension portal. So now through the end of May is going to be very much for you to be able to connect with your intuition, your higher self, your all of your ascended masters, spirit guides, angels, source, all of those things, because the veil is very thin, and you're able to connect to these different dimensions within your mind, within your reality. And we're getting sent with this energy that is actually changing crystalline codes that are changing our DNA, which is allowing us to process things differently. You may be noticing that ways you thought about life before are all of a sudden shifting a little bit, or simple things like maybe the way you interpret like tarot cards. They might be you might be finding different messages and signs within them. So I feel that a lot of tarot readers and things like that are going to be getting upgrades, seeing things more as a whole, seeing more of the inner workings of things. Now, you're not going to notice all of it right away. It's it starts first with these codes within us. So it's it's going to be a lot of internal realizations, and you're going to start to see them coming out into your outer worlds, I think, after the portal closes. You could very much be seeing things differently out in your outer world, but it's really, there's going to be so many mass awakenings and so much spread of love and light and everything. And this is all part of, Age of Aquarius too. This is the part of the Ascension. We are going up to the 5D. So these, that's why May is such a huge month for unions and coming together, because it's like when we get these codes activating, changing our DNA and everything, it's like it's really opening us up to what is important to us and what is not, and letting go of these things that are not serving us anymore, because we don't want to be stuck in them. We want to ascend while this portal is open. We want to go to that higher, ascension. We're shifting and going to higher paradigms. I think we're going up a lot more than just one, I think it's really, it depends on how much that you've evolved since the last the cycle that we had, but that's just my theory. So it's very important time, and I know I had so much going on, and I was trying to figure out, I've been doing a lot of research within the portal. There's tons of information out there. You can definitely take a look. You guys are going to be feeling ascension symptoms, things like that, all sorts of things. You can look into them, but it's a beautiful time. It's a very exciting time, and yeah, so I'm very amped up about it. I feel the energies very, very strongly of this, so I hope you guys could follow that a little bit. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about what this 555 Essential Portal is. I'm going to be doing some collective readings, because even though we're all going, we're all different, have these different signs, and have different things going on within us, as a whole collective, we're all having these tower moments, and we're all having healing, and we're all having all of these things coming in. So I know that if I took my oracle readings for each individual sign, same cards are going to be coming out, because it's going to be the same themes. So I will do separate videos for each sign, but that'll be more based around tarot, and I may find some more different decks that I can use that might pull out a little bit of different messages. But the ones that I was feeling guided to use tonight, those are the ones that I'm going to do as a general collective reading for everybody for this Essential Portal. So it's very awesome. Okay, and definitely like this video, help it spread. Liking the video will help it circulate. You will be spreading love and light to others, helping others be able to find this video and help them out during this portal. All right? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my elemental oracle, and I am going to do just a tarot reading for all signs as well. So I'll just do that collectively with this deck here and see what main cards are coming out, which is probably going to be the same ones that we've already been seeing in the May monthlies. And then I will be doing my videos for each signs. Alright, Source, so let's get started here and take a look at these general collective energies for this 555 portal, the Ascension Portal Collective. Messages. Okay, let's get 4 more. Okay, so far we got completion. Yep, completing these cycles out. That's why in all signs we've been seeing the World card come out. We've been seeing Tower moments. These old cycles are complete for the new world, the new earth to begin. Alright, so we got 10 cards, but we'll take a look. Hey, 10 is completion. I will take it. And on the bottom we got bravery, oceans. Alright, so you guys are definitely being called to be very, very brave at this time. Now this talks about being brave and going farther than you can see. Really trusting your intuition at this time, not like the Fool card, right? Like taking that leap of faith. And knowing that you don't always know the road you're going down or the outcome, but you're needing to take the leap of faith and choose that. And it's like this talks about going further than the shore. Like if you may go out in a boat, right? But you stay where you can see the shore, where you feel safe. This talks about going a little bit further. Now, I'm not saying do this in a boat at all, okay? I'm just using this as, as an example. I just want to put that out there. But it talks about being a little bit brave and, courageous and, go a little bit farther than you went before, where you're trusting your intuition and your higher self, okay? So that's what this card is talking about here. Okay. All right, so you're definitely going to be feeling a lot within your emotions this month. You're really going to be feeling to express yourself and what's near and dear to your heart and all of those things. And we have to feel our emotions to be able to release and let go of them. So Fury Brush Fires is here, and this talks about to control the anger, to control your frustrations and your arguments and your things like that, because they can wildly get out of control. Just like with brush fires, it simply starts by just a flame, right? A little flame can turn into a whole brush fire and cause a lot more damage, and sometimes, like the innocent animals getting hurt there, you can end up hurting others more than you thought, with your anger and fury, hurting others that didn't, need to be within this fight, like especially like children. A lot of times you get in that heated moment, you want to express yourself, but you don't realize that children that may be hearing the bad things that you may be saying about your partner or whatever that may be. So it's just a control year. It's okay to have anger, but know when to release it and control your fury, okay? All right. We have the richness, the marine life. I feel this is what's coming in. You're really going to start to be feeling very rich and abundant, and you're really going to start to realize that, the big shift that we're getting away from is this 3D to the 5D, and realizing that this 3D matrix that we've been living in, the old world, has been all about, money, getting controlled by money and material things, and knowing, rating ourselves by our jobs and by how much money we have and social status and all of that. Like, that's all coming down. We're not going to be getting controlled by that anymore. And it's also being an age of Aquarius, we're now being under an air sign, not an earth sign, where we were, really focused on money and material and grounding things like that, right? So we're really in our minds. Okay, we're really thinking and realizing what's more important, that love is the most powerful force of the universe, and love is taking over. And so it's realizing this very rich, abundant life that you have, the love that you have in all of your friends, and neighbors and coworkers and people that you just run into places, just like when you go to the doctor's office, when you're sitting down, you're connecting with people. Well, it used to be that way, right? I know it's more different now. It's like people are like scared to talk to each other, but I feel like that's why it's part of a plan. We're getting sent these, these activation codes, which is waking us up, right? And anyways, so you're starting to see the richness that you have around you, and life is so much more abundant than money, material things. And you're going to start to see, like, you may be looking off at just all of a sudden just seeing how beautiful your neighborhood is, or how beautiful your yard looks, and trees and things like that. It's going to be like euphoria, like here, like I really feel like that's what's coming for us. And that's certainly what it is. When you can shift your mind and stay more positive, you start to see the beauty in all. And I kind of feel like that's what we're going to be, part of what everybody's going to be feeling. So very beautiful. Okay, we also got the joy music. And this is letting you know that you can find so much joy in music. Music is actually the only thing that can fully stimulate our entire mind, every part of our mind. Music is very, 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 very important. Now, definitely listen to all kinds of music, different vibrations and frequencies. And that's the new way of healing, too. You guys should look that up if you haven't looked into that. The body can be fully healed by vibrations, by music. Okay. So there's going to be all sorts of advancements, all sorts of things coming. It's going to be very beautiful. All right, so cleansing storms. And what this talks about is, yes, storms come in and they stir up things. But then after the storm, everything is cleansed and can kind of, like all of the emotions are released after a fight, or released during a fight. But then after that, it's like there's a sense of calmness, right? Because, everything's been expressed. You feel better now. You've let out your feelings and your emotions. You can relax a little bit. It's just like after a storm, like it may come and storm like crazy and rain like crazy all over, right? But after that storm clears, you go outside, and it's so peaceful, right? Because you're breathing in all of those positive ions that come in from the rain, and it's came and it's cleansed everything. So even though as bad as the storm may seem, a cleansing is coming, all right? Then we have volcanoes, and this talks about, don't hold in all of your anger and frustration for too long, or you're going to erupt. It's going to come out at the wrong person. You know, like maybe you could have a lot of frustrations and anger like going on in your family life, and then all of a sudden one person takes you off at work, and all of a sudden you like explode on them. And then it's like, oh my gosh, like I didn't mean for that to happen. It was just the icing on the cake. I always say, you know, the very, very top last thing, the sprinkles, the candles, whatever. But it's like, so be careful not to erupt that. If you are needing to express your emotions, your feelings about something, do that so you can feel better and more relaxed, okay? It's interesting we got the rain too. So the rain is about that it's very purifying and cleansing, you know. I can never understand why everybody runs from the rain and hides from the rain. Like, guys, the rain is very beautiful and it's very cleansing. And immediately, demons run from the rain and all of that. So it immediately gets cleansed when the rain, shower, water's cleansing. It's one of the most purifying things, water is, you know. It's just like how you can cleanse crystals with water. I don't go putting all of them in water because there's a lot that can't go in water, and say that, but water is very, very purifying and very cleansing, okay. And then we got purity again. It's just so much purity and cleansing is coming in. We got purity air. And what this talks about is, it talks about, you see the ice, like the ice queen down there, I see. Not being the ice queen and totally closing off. Like, say you're in a relationship and you're feeling like you need to part ways because you're feeling like this isn't working for me, I need to get out. When you do that, take a clean approach. Don't come off as the ice queen like, I'm just going to end it and not express my feelings whatsoever and just be sharp with those daggers and cut it off. Like, no, you need to find the most purest way. Now, don't go, you know, like, well, starting up a fight, bringing up every single thing that went wrong and how it didn't work and really putting that person down to make them feel guilty and understand why it's not working. It's like, take the cleanest approach. Like, you know, I really appreciate, you know, everything that we've built together and the time we've spent, and I'm really going to take away the, you know, the wonderful times, but it's no longer working anymore. I wish you the best and things like that. Taking the cleanest approach that you can is what you're being advised to do at this time, and you're going to feel so much more better for taking that pure approach to things, because there is a lot of endings coming for every sign, okay? And it doesn't mean every single situation is going to, you know, end, break up. That's not what I mean, but like endings to cycles and ways. Like, there's just going to be a lot of just cycles that are changing. You know, there's going to be a lot of shifts from within the way you thought about things. Like, maybe if somebody was always looking at the glass like half empty and always being negative and nitpicky, like, they may change and start seeing the glass as half full and might start being more positive. So there would be an ending to the cycle of the way that person used to think or feel or act, you know? So there's going to just be so much huge, like, internal. Once again, we have air. This talks about action, motion within the mind for me. Things are definitely changing. Things in the air. It's just going to be so beautiful. Okay, let's see. I hear my girls getting a little loud. Sorry if you hear them in the background. Okay, we have completion. Like I said, cycles are definitely coming to completion. All right, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so in the last card you guys caught, which was really the first card, I don't know why I felt to go backwards to the front, but that's how I did it. Okay, so it's the electricity card, and that talks about wildness and really needing to go after your passions and your action and break free from cycles and patterns. If you've been really wanting to do something that is passionate and that you desire, do that at this time. Break free. If you've been stuck in a relationship or a situation or a job or a home or somewhere where you're not feeling fulfilled and happy, this is calling you to use this energy right now and break free, okay? Because this is such a powerful time. Opportunities are going to be available to us. Things are just going to manifest. Like, I'm feeling like the golden touch is coming. I've been noticed my manifestations are like on point. Things I think about in the morning, by the evening, are coming into fruition for me. Some things take more time, but seriously, like, it's just been amazing me. And the more that you're grateful and thankful for the blessings and gifts that you're receiving, the more things that are coming in for you. It's just amazing. It's just like there's so much magic. Our universe is so powerful, and we've been closed off to it. And that's why it's like, no. It's time to change this. And there's major changes coming. All right, guys, so next let's get some tarot and see what cards are coming out. All right, Source. This is for the 555 Ascension portal for all signs. All signs, Source. 555 Ascension portal. General collective reading. General collective reading for all signs. General collective reading for May. 555 Ascension portal. Alright. Let me cut the deck and then we'll see what messages come out for you. Or for everybody, right? Okay. Alright, Source. Ascension portal. All signs. 555 Ascension portal. All signs. General collective reading for all signs. Ascension portal. Seven of Swords and the Devil. Jeez. It waited for those two cards. Five of Wands. Okay. 555 Ascension portal. All signs. 555 Ascension portal. 555 Ascension portal. 555 Ascension portal. One more Source. All right. Look at what's on the bottom of the deck. The Death card. What did I tell you guys? Major endings, right? For all signs. Everything is happening. Right underneath that is the Tower. See? All signs. Tower. There's major transformation coming in. The Death card talks about major transformation. It talks about death, birth, resurrection. Old cycles are closing. New cycles are beginning. New beginnings are here. Underneath that is the High Priestess. You're very in tune to your intuition, your higher self. You're getting divine guidance. We have Judgment underneath here. So you're getting to make the judgment call. We also have the Hierophant underneath that. Divine guidance all around. Things are being divinely guided. We're very much in tune with our intuition, our higher selves. We're realizing that to love ourselves. Nine of Pentacles, luxuries, rewards, independence, all of that. Okay, let's take a look here. So like I said, the first cards out here was the Seven of Swords. That is the liar, cheater, deceiver energy. This is also the energy of somebody deceiving you or you deceiving yourself. If you have been deceiving yourself, if you have been living a life telling yourself that, oh, I'm happy here, at least I have stability and security, it's not my passion, but I'm okay, and things like that. You've been deceiving yourself. You haven't been listening to your heart. You haven't been following what it is you truly desire. But that could be just for some, because we do have it coming out with the Devil energy here. So there is something toxic, and I feel a lot of you know that those are situations and people and relationships that you're needing to break free from, that you've been letting control you. And sometimes those toxic situations, relationships, and people, unfortunately, can be family members, close friends, friends we've had since childhood. They can be coworkers. They can be, they can be anybody really, but you're needing to let those people go. All right, you're needing to know to not let them influence you, not let them control how you choose to live your life and what you do. Like, instead of asking others, should you take this job, should you move, what should you do for advice, listen to you. Listen to your intuition, your higher self. Connecting with your divine, knowing that we are connected to the divine always within our heart. We connect with them through our heart chakra. All right. We have the Five of Wands, so, there's a battling going on, arguing, fighting. This could be internal conflict as well. because you're battling something. 5 of Pentacles. You're feeling that you are, you know, kind of left out in the cold, kind of abandoned. This is kind of like having a lack of money, resources, things like that. So for some of you, you're definitely holding on to some sort of toxic environment, home, relationship due to fear of money. So it's an addictive relationship, because if you're holding on to something for codependency, that's an addiction. Okay? So I definitely see that here. So if you've been holding on to something or being somewhere you're not supposed to be, it's time to release and let go of those things. Okay? 2 of Wands, there's definitely going to be a new world here for you guys to choose a new path. It's basically stay where you're at, repeat the same cycles and not ascend, or choose this new path and ascend. We have the Princess of Wands here. So you have action, adventure. Princess of Wands talks about something new too. This is going to be a new opportunity for you to choose. Maybe finally getting that chance to do something that you really desire to do, and it's going to require you to learn something or study. It's going to require it's going to make you feel very young, okay? Because it's like you're doing it for the first time, and that curiosity and that excitement and the passion, the butterflies, like that's what I'm feeling with that card. So we got the King of Swords that came out reversed here. So the King of Swords, well, he's all about clarity and truth, strategizing, making a plan. When he's reversed, he's kind of very mean. So this is why you guys got a lot of cards that came out that were saying to purify, cleanse, release your energy. Remember that there was a lot that was going on in that oracle reading. You know, a lot was saying like there's a lot of built up emotions, there's a lot that needs to be expressed, control your fury, don't explode. You know, that's the energy that, you know, I'm feeling heavily, because it's like there's like a huge battle going on, you know. This is like the battle between the light and the dark, the good and the evil, you know. And it's like we're going to be tested a lot with this double energy. That's why very strongly they wanted these to be the first cards out. That's why they had me go almost halfway through the deck to get them out. They wanted them to come out first. This is right now. This is right now. This is kind of advice. This is actions to be taken and outcomes, how I do my readings here. Okay? So it's like advice to obstacles, actions to be taken. Okay? You're being called to a new world, you know, getting that. Because this could be your energy or energy surrounding you that is calling for action to be taken in that direction towards passion. And she's like looking right at the new path here, right at the new world. So the King of Swords, you need to be very careful with your words, how you express yourself, the things that you say. Remember, words are very, very important. It's like, you know, like I seen the perfect meme where it talked about like words, you know, are why it's called spelling is because the words that you choose to use can be just as strong as spell casting, because, you know, if you repeat, you know, and you say certain words in order, you can turn them into a spell, into like invoking the energy and the power, right? And if you're, you know, just like if you're talking bad about somebody, you know, you're sending negative energy to them, but you're also sending all of that negative energy to you, just like the pointing the fingers, right? You point one finger at somebody, but you're pointing 3 back at yourself. It's just like the threefold law times 3. You talk bad about somebody, you're dimming your own glow. You're now bringing negativity times 3 back to yourself. You know, and it's like we're all starting to realize that and awaken to that as well. But I just felt to explain a little bit with that King of Swords. So be very careful with your words and how you express things. Don't get too carried away with strategizing and the truth and making a plan that you're not caring about all involved. It's like, remember that we are all interconnected. We all are on the frequency of love. And even though somebody may have like treated you very poorly or whatever, took advantage of you, like we all still have hearts, you know, maybe that person needed more healing than you. So kind of take a look at all involved. Like when you're getting out of a relationship and things like that, especially where children are involved and things like that, like do it as graciously as you can, you know, don't say those things that you can't take back. So I'm feeling very strongly with to just be very careful with how you plan, strategize. Like don't be sneaking away in the night and running away, and, you know, just do them with as much humanity as you can. And then the outcome is the new beginning that is here. All right, so definitely new beginning, very powerful reading. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I see my kid wanted me, so sorry for the interruptions, but I won't get into too many oracles. I will be doing another few readings, so for those of you that like the oracles, can definitely take a look, and I will be doing all signs, Ascension readings for your specific sign, so definitely come back. Subscribe to my channel if you have not, so that way you can take a look at each of those videos, because I'll be saved under your subscriptions. You'll get notifications on when I upload if you choose. And definitely like this video, spread love and light so as many people can get access to this video as they can. All right, guys, love and light to you all. Bye.